Commercialising rugby's lineal world titles, it's a tricky one because I want to maintain that balance right now of the kind of fan-built, fan-structured piece. And the reality is that if I commercialise it too deeply, then any of the avenues that I could get, they close up. You know, if you take, for example, the Rugby World Cup that we just had, I was able to take the Utrecht Shield into places. Now, a little bit controversial to do that, but it was a lot easier because there was no corporate sponsor for me to have kind of competing with World Rugby's. And so I was much less of a risk, right? And actually, what's my goal here? My goal here is to build it big enough with fans and players to create enough value in the concept and joy for us that it's undeniable. Now, further down the line, would I like it to be commercialised? Yeah, 100% I would. And the reality is that I've spoken to a few people, good people, but typically they would want to take equity, because I have got it set up as a limited company just to manage everything, right? There's money that goes into running it and all the rest. I want to keep it above board and separate from me. And those kind of equity holdings, one, it's so early that they're not necessarily good deals. And two, I don't have the time to be able to live up to some of those other requirements. And so I need to keep, right? I'm a human with a very busy life. I need to keep enough flexibility. Now, I'll never stop. This will always continue. If you look at the social channels, you'll see how consistent and persistent I am. But I do need to manage that load. And that can be tricky to do if all of a sudden I have a load of other commercial responsibilities on top. Right now, my focus is on telling the stories, trying to get step by step things done and building it. And if you look at it, right, actually the persistence over time has paid off because there's a lot of people who know about this now, like crazy amounts, and a lot who don't realize it's not official, who just think it's part of rugby law. And actually that's one thing I battle with sometimes because it's a really tricky balance to strike between, this has always been here, that's a great part of the story, this is new, 20 years, and is something that we should all get behind and build up. Now, to an extent, I need to focus harder on the new, let's build it up, because that's how you get momentum for people going, I want to be part of it. Tricky balance.